Hey guys, Ty from Breaker Culture, and this is your 5-minute checklist for 2020 Top Series 2 baseball. One of the other flagship releases. You got Series 1 that comes out beginning of the year. You have Update that comes out at the end of the year, and sandwiched in between there is this product called Series 2. And it's already getting a bad rap because we're so used to having products over the last few years that have 5 or 6 rookies that you're excited about. If you can't pull the top rookie, you're going to get 2 or 3 other guys that are potentially good, right? Series 2 is not like that this year, and we're going to talk about it, okay? So let's put yourself in the right mindset. Let's talk about the perspective of Series 2 before we dig into the checklist. Series 2, again, is sandwiched in between 2 other flagship releases, and historically speaking, Series 2 is not the product that is going to have all of the top rookies or a handful of top rookies. We've been spoiled the last couple years. Last year we had the Eloy Jimenez and the Pete Alonso in Series 2. Year before that we had the bat down version of Ronald Acuna Jr. and we also had the Glaber variation. So we started to think that Series 2 was going to be loaded again. And the reality is, right, you have Series 2 coming out typically between 6 and 8 weeks after the season starts, and it's very hard because of the timing of things for Topps to fit in a couple key rookies. That's why they typically fall into Update, right? And this year we didn't have a season, so it's kind of hard to expect Topps to do anything other than what they've always done. Now, they have done us a pretty impressive solid here by giving us Luis Robert, who, if you don't know, go check him out. Luis Robert is a premier rookie and is going to be somebody that's going to carry a lot of clout in the hobby. So Topps did us right by giving us Luis Robert. And the great thing about what Topps did is they gave us not only his base card, they gave us his SP variation, they gave us his super short print variation, right? They didn't split those out and put them in different releases. So excited about that. Now, a couple things about Series 2, right? Right now it's priced extremely expensive, right? If you go look at the popular product sites, you'll see, hobby boxes hovering between 100 and 110 and jumbo boxes between 200 and 215. You can find them on eBay, right, for 10, 15% less than that. It's too expensive, right, for the hobby prices now. I would definitely wait to buy hobby and navigate and find a better deal there. So just food for thought. But this is a very straightforward product, right? If you're not familiar, if you're newer to the hobby, right, it's going to carry over a lot of the stuff from Series 1. So you're going to have some of the same insert sets. You're going to have a 350 card base set. You're going to have your standard variations. So you'll have a 50 card variation set 75 cards that will be full of basically base cards that have a different photo in there, and you can easily check that by seeing the different photo or by flipping over the card. And this image is courtesy of Beckett, and seeing the code on the back that is a little different, right? The base code is going to be 099. It's going to end in 099. The image variation is going to end in 115, and the SSP, so the super short print variation, will end in 116. Okay, so that's an easy way to check. So you're going to have the SP variations, and then you're going to have those 25 cards that are super short printed. And Topps does a good job of giving us good names. And this year, this release, they did not do. They did not let us down. So we got some pretty big names. A lot of the Hall of Fame. Dead players like a Babe Ruth, a Ty Cobb. They have some really sweet cards, some unused photos that will be in the super short print variation. Like I said earlier, they have the Luis Robert that's already commanding, north of $600 for his ungraded super short print. Okay, so keep that in mind, right? There's a ton of value in the SP world. Now, when you're looking at kind of the context of collecting this set and building it out, flipping some of it, you have to realize that Series 2, Series 1 Update, the flagship products, they're very set-oriented, right? If you come from the basketball world and even the football world, where you're used to just taking the rookies, grading them, and doing well, or selling parallels of Zion Williamson for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, like it doesn't work that way all the time in baseball, or most of the time. You're gonna need to take the time to put together sets, piece together insert sets, parallel lots, master sets, in order to make it economically feasible for you. Okay, master sets go anywhere between $500 and $700. depending on whether it's a retail or hobby, depending on what you include, right? The hobby master set is going to be about 680 cards, and it's going to fetch you, probably $600. The retail set will be 750 cards, and it will fetch that, close to that amount as well. So the difference there is the hobby is going to include the Topps 2030 set, which is a hobby exclusive. Topps 2030, Project 2020. Topps is having a good time with these decades. And then you're going to have, in the retail side, you're going to have the Turkey Red exclusive. So you'll have that set both on the paper and the chrome parallels. Now, I'm a little frustrated that Topps did not put Luis Robert in the Turkey Red set like they did in Series 1 with Gavin Lux and Bichette and Alvarez and Aquino. So they definitely let me down and let all of us down by not putting Luis Robert. I'm assuming he'll pop into the Turkey Red and Topps update. But they were kind enough to give us Alzolay and Sam Hilliard and Dylan Cease and Seth Brown. But, I guess we'll take it. But anyway, 750 cards for the retail set. Now, it should be noted, right? Series 2, there's less produced of Series 2. You'll see the post there from Gentleman in Blowout that did the numbers real quick. It looks like somewhere around a 35 to 40% reduction. And you can see the tweet there by Britton Becca. Right, it's very typical to see a pullback in Topps Series 2, sometimes upwards of 50%. So you're going to see in hobby cases and in retail cases, you're going to see more color. You're going to see more parallels. You're going to be able to hopefully get some additional value that way. There's some correlation issues on and some pack out issues. You can see again another tweet here from Britton Becca talking about how has opened 20 jumbo cases and still has not put together a master set, right? This to me is frustrating. This should not be an issue, but it apparently is kind of a reoccurring theme the last few years. But I think this will do a couple things, right? This will make the master sets even more rare, and it's going to be harder to put those together, so potentially make it more valuable. So if you can chase those and piece those together, that might be worth it. But it could potentially be an issue just with jumbo cases, and you might see jumbo cases pull back even more because of something like that. Okay. Now, so kind of put things in perspective, right? This is one of those things where Topps Series 2 is not about just grading cards and flipping rookies. It's about the collectability of the insert sets, the parallels. You'll find that there's a lot of folks that are very drawn to the parallels. And again, if you're new to the hobby, you have to understand baseball collectors. They have a very rich history in collecting certain parallels, certain sets, master sets, and all that stuff. And that is a lot of the value is driven by that. Okay. Other than that, look, there's no big surprises here. There's no big surprises. And I think, again, if we realize that Luis Robert is truly, potentially going to be one of those players that has the ability to drive a product, then you might not see prices drop off as much as you think, right? You're seeing base at 20 and his SP at 200 plus, and his, like I said, the SSP at 600 plus. Those will all pull back a little bit, but the fact that he's got that much velocity behind him is pretty impressive. When I look at the checklist for the rest of the players, there's not a lot of names that stick out to me, unfortunately, right? There's really a group of bunch of tier 3 rookies and tier 4 rookies that I have a hard time thinking will do anything well, will do anything that will actually drive substantial value. But you never know, right? You never know. This is going to be an interesting 60-game season where everything's going to be compressed, and you might just have one or two of these names pop out. And you got some big international names in there that could potentially drive some international interest. So you never know. Just keep an eye on that, and we'll obviously be monitoring that in Breaker Culture. But again, your approach should be very simple. Enjoy this product. It's a great product in terms of the flagship style, fits within the whole scheme of things. Take the time to put together sets. Understand your parallels. And if you're going to grade cards, grade the Luis Roberts and grade the base, the parallels, the variations, and I think you'll be impressed with, if you take the time and put your thought into it, you'll see legitimate value from Series 2. All right? Enjoy the release. Leave your comments below. I'd love to know what you think about Series 2. And we'll talk to you next week. See ya.